When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The run from the shotgun, fighting off the defender. He couldn't get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you find yourself behind the chains.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Butler. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Skips away from pressure. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking for a crease to the left. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it. Between the tackles, to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
He's going to take off. Powers through the defender. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll go back to work. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Ferguson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to first time we've seen their punt team tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Throws to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass.
Oh, he's got some space. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got the tight end. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, they've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Off the play fake. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. The will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks out of the game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Into the secondary on the right. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past.
There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 15, here comes a return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half, I imagine. Turning it on! Past the 50. Past the 30. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Give to the back. Got enough for the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Taking it the other way.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Breaks the tackle. Inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Tried to get there by himself, but he is stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He goes out of bounds at the 40 after an excellent return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ferguson. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
The Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right. And the play will stand. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Touchdown, Arizona State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Breaks into the open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Unloads it left. He's got it. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Man, you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not...
A shot toward the end zone. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. That picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. gets back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The give to the tailback. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Floating away. On the move, he fires. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, going to the air. He's got it. First down and more. Still running at the 40. He's loose down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it, so they convert the two and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. He slings it deep to the left. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Using his feet to buy time. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up third and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. The Sun Devils head quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He lets it fly. Got it inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Still looking, on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Buckeyes need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. You're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throwing vertically downfield.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down, and he'll slide after picking up the first down.
And that is just the play they absolutely had to have. You're on the road, fourth quarter, fourth down, trailing. Your quarterback's got to be able to do something. Nobody was open. The play's breaking down. The pressure is collapsing on top of him. And somehow, some way, he's able to escape. And not just that, but go pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. That was big time.
And guys, this offense has a couple of jobs. The first one, get the touchdown. Then they'll need the 2 to tie here in the fourth. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment. When the offense was going to drop back and throw, they're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls on the ground.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to make...
And he's got it for a touchdown in the final minute. We're a 2-point conversion away from a tie.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing yardage on first down, 2nd and goal from the 10. And they'll take a knee. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country,